Yo, what is going on, guys? This is the Walkthrough King, and here is finally the full, complete Ancient Evil Easter egg guide. I'm gonna try and make this guide as quick and to the point as I possibly can, but I always do want to explain some context behind things, so let's get right into this. For step 1, it is fairly easy. All you want to do is just complete a bunch of challenges for the Oracle. And after doing and completing so many challenges, the bonfire that is nearby her will end up lighting up. And once it is a great blue fire, then you know you will have completed this step. Now, a few things that I do want to point out and say. As you are completing these challenges, you do want to open up Pack-a-Punch, get the Pegasus Strike, as well as start working on getting the Wonder Weapons. I will have linked in the description how to build all of the Wonder Weapons as well as the Pack-a-Punch, just in case you didn't know. But be working on that as you are doing this step, just so you don't end up getting caught at a really high round. Again, for this step, all you want to do is just keep doing challenges until the fire ends up lighting up bright blue. For step 2, go ahead and get the shield and melee the blue bonfire that you made in step 1. Your shield will be on fire and you have to hit 3 oil slicks then. The first oil slick can be found here at the treasury. Another can be found here at the upper road. And the last one can be found at the Spartan Monument. Once you have knifed all 3 with the on-fire sword, you will have completed step 2. For step 3, go in front of the giant Spartan Monument with all of the statues and shoot a charged, upgraded, redeemed Hand of Sharon shot at the ground and stand in it. It will take you into this vision mode, and when you are in this vision mode, the eyes of the statues, one of them will be blue. You want to shoot that with the upgraded, redeemed Hand of Sharon. The statue will end up breaking. You need to do this 3 times really fast, otherwise you'll have to repeat this. After you shoot all 3 statues, they will end up breaking, and you will have completed step 3. One thing to note is that if you are too slow and it kicks you out of the vision mode before all 3 statues break, you will have to repeat this. For step 4, align the citizens. There are going to be 3 wall spots that you shoot with a gun to open up this little hidden compartment behind it. Back there will be some cogs that are going. You need to wait until the cogs are lined up and then throw a javelin from your shield into it. It will end up stopping the cogs in place, and you know you will have done it right then. Here are all 3 locations.
Feel the power I wield in my hand.
After you have done this, you can go into the middle of the Stoa area. There will be 3 statues that are spinning. The statues will only start spinning if you did hit the cogs right, so if one of them is not spinning, then you need to go back to that and redo the cogs. And what you want to do is you want to throw your javelin into the middle when all 3 spinning statues are facing the middle. This will stop the statues from spinning, and it will raise up a pole from where that crystal was. Step 5, Scepter and Sundial, is a pretty long one. First, you want to bring a Hercules, the 4-armed dude, that's just what I call him, back over to one of the areas where you can initially first spawn him in, and you will notice the Ra statue, the thing that he holds, is trapped in a red crystal. You want to bring the Hercules over to that and have him use his shield attack in the direction of that, and it will end up breaking the crystal and having it fall on the ground. You can then pick up Ra's statue piece. Go ahead and place the Ra statue piece in his left hand, and once you do that, you will then have to grab the light gauntlet and place the light gauntlet in his hand. He will then shoot a beam that goes across the room and into the wall. As this beam is going, there's going to be skeletons that are going to try and jump in front of the beam to stop it. You need to defend this so that way a hole will appear in the wall. After you have defended the beam for a long enough time, and I'd recommend using homunculuses in this, and if you have the Pegasus Strike, you could place it outside of the area, and most of the zombies will run to that, so it'll get them off your back as well. But anyways, once you do make the hole in the wall, go ahead and grab the hammer that is laying on the table in the hole in the wall, and give that back to Ra in his right hand. Now you want to grab the hand of Gaia, and there's going to be a vine that you have to shoot that's to the left of the building with the sundial in front of it. As soon as you shoot this vine, it's going to start a mini game where 2 vines are going to appear at once, and you need to shoot both of those with the same shot. If you just stand back at the stairs like I was doing, you will hit both of them in one shot. And then afterwards, 3 vines will appear, and just do the same thing, stand where I was standing, and then you'll have a view of all 3 vines, and then just aim and shoot at them. Once you have done that, a big 4-armed dude will end up spawning in. You just want to kill him, and he's going to drop a golden staff. Take this golden staff and go ahead and place it on the sundial, and you'll notice a little line of electricity. When you have that, what you want to do is kill an electric zombie on top of it, and you will see it opens up a little dial that is spinning. The goal is to count how many spins the blue one, when it's showing, takes to get to where the electric line is at. And what you want to do is when the blue one is at the electric line, you're not going to be able to see it, so that's why you have to count from the open slot to the electric line. You're going to want to hold the action button square for PlayStation, X for Xbox, on the golden staff, and it will stop it right there. If you did it right, the blue symbol will appear and open up. If you did not do it right, you just gotta keep redoing that. You need to do this for all 3 dials and make them blue, and once you have that done, you will have completed this step.
You got lucky there, Kuko. That took long enough.
Step 6, hit your marks, is very easy, although this can be tricky if you guys end up making mistakes. What you want to do is have everybody have a gauntlet that is upgraded. Then you want to make your way to the theater, pull out your gauntlets, and then stand in your respective gauntlet color circle. Once everybody's in their circle, it will then start this little mini game. What this mini game is you will see some lights that appear in the actual theater. If your light is chosen, you have to quickly run out and stand inside the circle, and then you want to kill the zombies that spawn in really fast. If you do not kill the zombies really fast, then you will have to restart. If you end up running out when it's not your turn, you may have to restart. Basically, any mistakes and you will have to restart. You do have 5 tries per round for this, so if you make mistakes, you have 5 tries, and then if you end up using your 5 tries for a round, you have to round skip and then try again. And another thing to note is if you are worried about ammo and you start running low on ammo, they do end up giving you 10 bullets in the later stages for every single completion that you do, so it will carry you along through the end of this. After doing this so many times, your screen will end up going white for just a few seconds, and then it'll come back and you will be on the next step. For step 7, go to the door that I go to and enter in this exact code. The door is right where you first enter the Pack-a-Punch area on your right. A cutscene will then end up playing. To get that to play though, you do have to have Bruno and Shaw go up to this door and hold the action button.
Come here, come here. Come here.
After you get out of the cutscene, a Pegasus symbol will appear. Go ahead and place a Pegasus strike down right on top of it, and it will spawn in a giant crossbow. After the crossbow is fully finished spawning in, you want to take the wind gauntlet and go ahead and push the crossbow until it is facing the giant. And when it is facing the giant properly, it will end up winding back the arrow. Once the arrow is wound back, go ahead and get your shield out and get the blue flame on it again, and then run through the acid trap. And when you do this, it will put acid on the end of the tip. All you have to do is go and melee the crossbow, and it will open up the boss fight arena. For this boss fight, when you go in, there are 3 different areas that you can travel to using a fast travel jump pad. Basically, you are going to go from place to place, and you are going to try and survive. The rounds will be stacking up, so don't worry about those. You want to survive, and as you're surviving, you are going to see the Pegasus flying around. You want to shoot the Pegasus enough times until he drops down into the area. And once he does drop down into the area, you are going to use your specialist weapon on the Pegasus. That is the only way you can damage him when he's down. Once he does get up, regardless of whether you do a bunch of damage to him or not, he will create an electric storm where he just was, so you'd have to get off of that island. If you stay on that island, you are going to die. You just need to repeat this for quite a few times. And after a set amount of time of doing damage to the Pegasus, he will close off an area. So if you see a giant like meteor strike, that is going to be never ending and you will not be able to escape that. So once that does go down, leave the area that you're in and it will completely close off that area, so you'll be down to 2 areas. It'll happen again and then you're closed down to 1 area. And once you are closed down to 1 area, that starts the second phase of the boss fight. One more quick thing to note is that as the Pegasus is flying around, he will be doing electric strikes on you, so stay clear of those. As well as Mountain Man over there will be throwing little fire strikes at you too, so you want to stay clear of those. Anyways, once you are at the final little area and you can't travel to any of the other 2 side areas, you are in the final phase of the boss fight. This time you are fighting Mr. Mountain Man over there, and how to kill him is you just want to keep surviving in the circle, and every now and then he will do an electric strike where he teleports into that area with you. And as soon as he teleports into that area, you want to light into him with your guns. He is going to go down and be glowing just like the horse was. I believe at this point you can damage him with normal weapons and it doesn't have to be the special weapon. However, for critical strikes, it has to be the special weapon. So I would just stick to trying to use that on him. All you want to do is just keep repeating this process, and after damaging him so many times, you will have beaten this Easter egg. I gotta say, after seeing this Easter egg and completing this Easter egg, this has been one of the best Easter eggs for Black Ops 4 so far. It was very enjoyable hunting it. Just really enjoyable running through it as well. There's not any like really crazy steps. The boss fight would be very intense solo, but if you are in co-op, everything is just a breeze. Anyways, linked in the description will be a bunch of prerequisite guides as well, just in case you need to know how to do all that, but I'm assuming if you're at this point of the video, you've already done all of that anyways. So hopefully you have beaten this Easter egg. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this Easter egg and if this guide helped you out as well if you have beaten it. I will be posting more zombies content really soon. As always, if you are new here, you should definitely subscribe to stay in the know. As always, this has been the Walkthrough King, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Peace!